Hi, yes it's me. Don't adjust your videos. The camera's crooked, but can you just tip your head on one side? Because it's crooked, yeah. It's Sunday today, it's the 14th of October, and it's a good job that I didn't decide to do that Vlogtober, because this is the first video I think I've done in October. What am I drinking? It's called Naked. It's Mango Machine Vitamin Power. I started drinking it last night on the live video and I didn't finish it, so here goes. I need a drink before I start. Well, the sun is actually shining, which is a change because the weather's been horrible. Everything on the decking is wet through. The tarpaulin blew off the summer furniture, so it's well and truly had it now. It's just fit for the bin, and this camera is really slanting. I'm going to have to adjust it, it's driving me potty. Just hang on one moment, see if I can. Sorry if I'm tipping you a bit. No, it's not going to do it. You're going to have to stay slanted. Yes, I've been up to a lot of things while I've not been videoing, although not as much as normal. Sue has been up in Scotland again on holiday again. That girl really ought to move there, you know, she spends most of her life up there. And while she was away, her granddaughter was born. She said she had a feeling she'd be born while she was away, and she was right. Anyway, I'll let Sue tell you more about you know, the birth, etc, etc. She's hopefully coming this week. That's if she doesn't get sidetracked by a new baby. So then, what have I been doing? Well, today I've actually been watching, I have to write her name down because I always forget it, the Cozy Cottage Crochet. Just recently she was been in the UK, and she's got 8 videos which I've just been catching up on. And she was visiting London, Edinburgh and Dublin and various parts in Ireland. And I mean, I found them fascinating because, like, for example, London, I have been several times to London, but a long time ago. So it's still interesting to see things, you know, through other people's eyes, people who are not from this country. And, you know, seeing them going, oh, wow, oh, look at this, oh, gosh. So it's so nice, you know. And she got to visit Loop, which is a knitting shop in London. So I got to see inside that for the first time because I've never been inside there. And then they caught the train up to Edinburgh, and they found places to see in Edinburgh, and I think she did find some shops. I enjoy going in, like the gifty shops and the craft type shops that they have in places like London and Edinburgh. And in London she went to a lovely market, like, and I was like, oh, I would have loved to have been there. But if you're interested in that sort of thing, I mean, you don't have to be interested in crochet or knitting to watch these videos. If I remember, I'll put a link in my description box to the first one, and then it's up to you to progress through to number 8. Yeah. So I have done all the squares for my second, you know, shawl done in squares. This one's all shades of grey. It's done with 2 cakes of yarn that I got from Lolly's little wool shack, and as you can see, there's all different shades of greys. I did pin on the board, obviously they're not in the right colour progression because these were the only ones I'd done at the time, showing you how I put them before I crochet them together. These are just pinned and they're not in any special order. I will jiggle them about more, but I actually needed a dry day to go outside and use the big round table, the glass table outside, to put 4 of these boards together and try and get them in the right order for me to crochet them together. So, like, a lot of people didn't understand what I meant when I said you crochet the rectangles and you turn them on the side, and then you put the little half ones at the top to make the top of the shawl straight, yeah. And obviously the sides go down like that. It finishes up as a triangle because the sides go down. because you do decreasing amounts of the squares. I think I start off with about 7 or something, and then I go down 1 each time. And I finish up with a shawl, you know, like the brown one I showed you before. Well, browns and... oh, you finish up with one that looks like this when you've put the edging on it. Where are we going? That's the top. You finish up with something that looks like that. Only this next one will be all shades of grey, because that's the colours I chose to do. Just 2. That's the linking together, by the way. I chose to do just the same. Well, it was 3 cakes. I keep saying cones for some reason. 3 cakes that were all the same colour. So, well, colours. They're not the same colour, obviously, because they're shaded, aren't they? But there we go. What else have I been doing? Well, I finished off this top. She won't turn round. She's being very stubborn. It's done in like a textured yarn that I got from Ice Yarns, and it's finished off with, oh, excuse you, with black, because I didn't have enough of the main colour to go through that way. And then this one is a very slightly different colour, but it's just used on the stripes, so I think it tones in quite well. And once again, I have not put anything on Etsy. You know, I mean, I don't like going into, when I'm not well, I don't like going into things, but it's been like a horrendous month for me this month. They decided I'm vitamin D deficient. They gave me some tablets, and they've tested me for thyroid, which they say is okay. They've tested me for lots of other things, which they say is okay, but I'm still not happy because I'm still not right. But that's another matter, isn't it? So keep taking your vitamins, you fool, and keep going, yeah. So I've got a pile of things there ready to go. Ooh, if you can see them, ready to go on Etsy and get listed. I've just not been in the mood or in the humour, let's just say. What am I doing at the moment? Well, at the moment I'm doing 2 orders. This one is a virus shawl. It's for my friend's mum. She asked me if I'd do her mum one for Christmas. So I've just started it off, as you can see. I don't know whether you can see the colours. It looks kind of more flecked. It's an Aran. Looks more flecked on the in the yarn, but it's working up more on the patches, you know, but I think it looks quite nice. It's lilac. I don't know what colour you're seeing because my colours are never always true on the camera. The last time I did a video, I did it with Kelly. It's on Kelly's website, I'm Yarn Inspired. We did a joint video because she was here. And her camera lasts much longer than mine, and it's a much clearer camera. It's a really good camera. It's on her phone. But as I don't have a fancy dancy phone, and I'm not likely to ever get one, I have to make do with my own fuzzy phone, which tends to go out of focus when I get close up. And it also doesn't tend to show the colours particularly well. Yeah, this is called Majestic Aran. It just said it's mixed fibres, and it doesn't have a colour number on it at all. I can't remember if I got it from Lolly Wool Shack. I've got a feeling though I did get it from Camps, but I might be wrong. But that's the colours, those are the colours I should say. It's a lilac and a grey and like a creamy white. I'm using the virus shawl pattern, which everybody knows. I use the chart, which comes from Lisa Pine Notes. There's various YouTube videos though if you can't follow a chart. You know, so if you just Google the virus shawl on YouTube, you'll find lots of them. And then what I'm doing now is slightly more complex because I'm having to adjust the pattern. The pattern comes from Doris Chan's amazing lace, and I've used this pattern book so often it's actually falling to pieces, but I do have another nice new copy. Thank you, Grace, if you're watching, GB Maltese. She sent me another nice copy which I haven't used at the moment. I thought I'll wait while this one completely disintegrates before I use that one. I do photocopy, I'll just whiz the charts at you. so that I can like make marks on them. So I don't like using, you know, making marks on my actual pattern book. That's what the shawl looks like. But as the lady, this is for a customer, as the lady wanted it done in a finer yarn, I'm having to do a bit of jiggery pokery with it. So I'm not following the pattern because the pattern's done in like an Aran thickness, and this is only a very fine double knit. This is nice cotton yarn. So as you can see, I've already got to the stage almost where I should be nearly finishing it according to Doris's pattern. So I'm going to have to work out how to put more, kind of more of the pineapples in this, you know. So I have to think. So I couldn't do this while I was doing my live video on Saturday. I had to do the other one, the virus show. So hopefully I'll get around to that because that's on a much finer hook and much finer yarn. So what have I got to show you? Well, this did come with some free gifts, but I haven't brought them with me. This is Simply Crochet. It's issue 76, and it's called Christmas Wish List or something. And it's got some nice adverts in as usual, which you have to go and buy the pattern. This one's the West Yorkshire Spinners. That's the pattern for that, which is not in this magazine. You have to go and buy that. Let me see where we're up to. Right, this is in the magazine. This is a like tapestry style crochet sweater. And tapestry style, I hope you can see it, I hope the light's not shining on it. Tapestry style mittens. Then you've got the tapestry style long stockings, socks, whatever, and the scarf. I do like this. This is actually like it's not really a snood, it's got like a cowl at the bottom and then it goes into a hood. But it's got like the embroidery just there, which, you know, I'm really rubbish at, but would have a go at because I actually like the style of that. I'm still in the market for making myself a winter hat, which usually involves me making about 6 hats and putting the rest of them on Etsy. Yeah, that's more of the sweater. Cozy on up. It's done charted, so you know you really have to know how to follow a chart to do that. Again, we've got all the bits and pieces. I really don't think I would want to walk about with an octopus on my collar. That's a bag which is lined with fabric. Again, we're on the tapestry crochet theme, and again it's worked on a chart. So now this I don't like. It's a polar bear stool cover, but I don't like it somehow. It looks weird. The little legs are in the wrong place. I've never seen a polar bear with legs like that, you know. I've seen them done with a sheep and they look better. But I don't think it quite lends itself. Now this I absolutely adore. Whether I would wear it or not, I don't know. But I absolutely love it. And it's by Katie Jones, and it's designed on the style of Frida Kahlo, if you know who Frida Kahlo is. And they're free patterns, and there's also a cardigan which is very brightly coloured, and a short sleeve sweater. I love each and every one of them, but whether I would actually wear them if I make them is a different matter. My niece did suggest I make that poncho and put it on Etsy just to see whether it would sell. But you can get the pattern free if you download them at Love Crochet. That's capital L, L-O-V-E, capital C for crochet, even though it's all one word, lovecrochet.com/paintbox-yarns-crochet-patterns. And there's 5 free patterns, but I can't remember what the other 2 are. I remember what 3 are. but that's what they are, and they're all free patterns. Now this one's called Best Beanie. I'm not a lover of slouch beanies at all, but if you like slouch beanies, this one's done in an Aran. You know, I won't show the pattern bit, but I don't like the back view of it. I don't like the slouchy bit. I don't know why. I think they look, unless you're the right kind of person, they look a bit weird. This is in drops. What kind of wool is it? It says it's alpaca. It's on a 6mm, so it must be fairly thick yarn. That's a child's baby sweater. So it must be quite a thickish yarn. I would suggest an Aran or maybe a chunky. It doesn't actually say. It just says drops Nepal. Nope, does not say. It should give you a hint, shouldn't it, whether they're chunky or what they are. That's a scarf. It's done like in a mesh pattern. That one's done in, again, a drops yarn, but it's brushed alpaca. It's on a 4mm, so I presume it's something finer. Can't turn pages today. That one's poncho. It's called Classic Chic. It's done in, oh, it must be Drops Week in here. Drops alpaca, and it's on a 9mm hook. So that's got to be a chunky, really, hasn't it? Whoops, that's the. Oh, you can see it. I hope I'm not wobbling too much. The cushions today are to do with Halloween. You've got like the spooky cushion and the one where the spider is. I mean, unless this book came out quicker than I bought it, they don't leave you a lot of time, do they, to, you know, get them made for Halloween, if you're, especially if you're a slow crocheter. Now that I don't like. I wouldn't want to crochet a Christmas pudding and put it on a bought sweater. I suppose, though, that would make it a temporary Christmas jumper, wouldn't it? Because you could always tack it on and then untack it after Christmas and you've still got your plain sweater underneath. But I don't think I would want to do that sort of thing. That's a throw, which I don't mind the throw, but I think they've put the wrong shade of green, you know, for the bobbles on the top. I would have preferred, if you can't get the right shade, I would have preferred either a silver grey to match that, you know, rather than whatever. Oh, that's showing you how to make those kind of squares, which you then use to make a scarf in different colours. So I think that's about it. So it's telling you how to brush wool. I suppose if you want to make, oh, you've got the reindeer, a festive reindeer. You know, if you want to brush wool to make a toy or something, you do that. There's your how-tos. That's to charts and diagrams. That's a stitch called Apache Tears. And I think that's about it. I don't know whether I've shown you this magazine before, actually. I can't really remember, but I can't remember if I have or I haven't. And then this, I know it's knitted, and I'm going to have to drag out my sets of 4 or 5 needles because I cannot knit on a circular needle, and they're all done on circulars. It's by a lady called Diane Service, but it's spelt with 2 S's at the end of Service. And it is knitted, and I got mine from Amazon. There's the pictures at the back, if you can see. They're quite small pictures, so I hope you can see them. Oh goodness, my fingers are not working today. They weren't working yesterday, and they're not working today. It's the joys of living in a cold climate, isn't it? Right, I hope you can see the patterns that are in the book. Those are hats. Yes, I know they're all knitted, and those are the others. So it's got a good selection, you know, if you do knit hats. Probably better if you knit on a circular needle, I would imagine. I'm going to have to drag out my sets of 4 or 5 because I cannot knit free. We've been through all this before. I have to knit with a 1 needle anchored. I can't knit free at all. I like the one on the front cover, although I wouldn't make it slouchy for myself because I look a bit of a duck in a, well, I look a duck in a hat anyway. But slouchy is just definitely not not my style at all. And although I like the turban designs, they don't suit me either. You know, I just definitely do not suit anything that looks like a slouch. It just looks like I'm wearing a hat that's too big and falling off the end of my head. Yeah, but there's 1 or 2 in here that I quite like. Not the smocking stocking cap. I refuse to wear one that goes down to a point. You know, that's quite pretty, but it's done in what do you call it? Variegated wool, to make like the Fair Isle design. It's like fake Fair Isle, isn't it, really? Because you're doing it like that. So there's quite a few nice ones in here that I would do. I mean, I like that, but it's really too thick. I wouldn't wear that. I'm going to have another drink. These are the ones I really do like. I really like those. But I wouldn't make them slouchy because I don't suit it. Yeah, yeah, I quite like that one, which is all cables. But all in all, I mean, there's 31 patterns. And, you know, some of them are slouches, but you can always adapt. You just don't make them as long, do you? You know, it's like if you have a hat that you like and you want to make it slouchy, you just knit it longer, yeah. But I really must get around to doing these things on Etsy. I'm just so poor at doing anything like that, you know, the admin side of things. And I spent most of the last month, as I think I've told you before, asleep. So you're lucky you've caught me awake today. You have to excuse me, I'm just so dry. I might as well keep the top off it, mate. It's not like it's fizzy, it's not going to go off. Well, for those of you who've been updated about my spinal injection, when I thought they'd forgotten me, which they had forgotten me, they have now decided that I'm going not tomorrow. No, I'm going Sunday today. Not today, I'm going next Sunday. See what I'm like, I can't remember what day it is. But I've got to go up to Rochdale, which is quite a distance away, and have my injection up there. It's not with the same guy I normally have, so I'm just hoping he's of equal skill. But I will be so glad to get an injection in this spine, believe me, because it's been killing me. But as I've mentioned before, I don't like making a video where I'm going through it going, oh, this hurts, oh, that hurts. So yeah, I just keep to myself if I'm having a really bad day. I just don't communicate with anybody. My family are used to it. They're used to me going quiet on them. But I know people have been saying, where are you? Where's your videos? What you've been doing? But I find it so hard to put on a happy smile face, you know. Well, I haven't been doing anything much because Gigi and I have just been doing a lot of sleeping, yes. That's one thing about my little Gigi. Well, it's not my little Gigi. I shared little Gigi. Is that he's always up for a sleep. He's always up for a nap. So we do a bit of playing about and then we have a nap, yeah. So if I decide I want to go to sleep or if I accidentally fall asleep, he's always there. He sleeps with me. So he's good company. Yes. But I'm so glad to see some blue skies today. It wasn't like this when I woke up. It was dull and it was dreary and it was horrible. And the weather does, I don't know whether it does with you, the weather does affect my mood. If I wake up and it's dull and it's rainy and it's dark, you know, I'm like, oh, no, just not full of life. But if I wake up and it's beautifully sunny, and it doesn't have to be warm, it just has to look like it's sunny, and it just has to be bright. And then I feel like actually I might manage it through half the day and get something done. Yeah. I mean, my niece is quite used to when she comes, you know, she'll say, what have you done today, or what have you not done today? And if I say, well, I've started the dishes, and she'll say, I'll finish them. And she does, she finishes them off for me. I'm sort of, my dad used to call me Arthur, you know, Arthur job. I start off washing the dishes, and then I was standing there and I'm thinking, my back's just not liking this. I think I'll just go sit down for a minute, and then I don't go back to doing them. And then when I do go back to doing them, the water's cold. So we have to drain that off and start again. I think I must go through like 3 lots of washing up liquid for every 1 lot of washing up I actually do, because I have to keep replacing the water. I mean, I said to my daughter-in-law, I said, I really want a dishwasher. And she goes, no, you don't need one, there's only you. She says, you have to sort of fill it up, you know, before it's not practical to use them if you're only going to wash a few things. And I was telling this to my niece on Saturday, and she was laughing, and she said she obviously hasn't seen your pile of dishes that you leave until you've got enough to, what you call enough to wash up. So she said, I think you would benefit from getting a dishwasher. So that's on my wish list. Ain't going to happen anytime soon, but it's on my wish list. Yeah, my wish list includes a lot of things, you know, that ain't going to happen anytime soon. Like a new camera that actually focuses, and I think I told you Kelly took some photos for me to put on Etsy of some of my things, and her photos are so beautifully clear. The details are absolutely really clear. But she takes them with her phone, and I'm obviously not going to get a new phone anytime soon, because I got a new one last year, as you know. But I don't use it to take photos. It's not that. It's not one of these whole singing or dancing phones that everybody else seems to have but me. I don't actually need one, if I'm totally honest. I do not need one. My son managed to sort out the tablet for me. He just wiped everything off it, because he said, are you keeping any photos on here that you want? And I said, nothing. So he wiped everything off it and started again with it. And for some reason it hadn't been updated, which I told you about that, didn't I? So he had 42 updates to go through before he could do anything with it. So it was updated all the time we were eating dinner. And anyway, he's just put like 3 things on it now. I've just got Instagram on it, Facebook and Google. I've got nothing else on it, so I don't want anything else putting on it. Don't want YouTube, nothing, because it all drags it down. So, because I can get YouTube on the TV, but the only problem is, of course, I can't comment when it's on the TV. So I watch YouTube normally on my big PC, which, as I say, I've been really enthralled watching Hannah on the Cosy Cottage. Oh, I said it at the beginning, I'm going to put a link underneath. I really enjoyed watching her, but apart from everybody else's videos, I haven't caught up. Everybody's been doing this Vlogtober, which has made it 10 times worse as far as I'm concerned, because I'm getting further and further and further behind with everything. And I start off watching them, and you know, I put them on the big TV. I think, right, I'll start off watching them, and then I go to sleep. Miss half of them. So I was going to put these things on Etsy today, but I really don't think they're going to get put on there, because I'm already starting to feel very droopy. It's about 5 o'clock-ish, I think, in the afternoon. And I'm, like I say, starting to feel very droopy. So I may go in the other room and try and do a bit more crochet on my orders. I'm definitely not going to be stitching my squares together. Well, sewing my squares no, I don't sew my squares together. I crochet my squares together. But I need to put them in the right position first. You know, I don't like too many dark greys together, too many light greys together. I try and, you know, space them out a bit. There's no pattern as such, but just alternate the colours into lights and brights and darks and things like that. So it's actually not raining, although the deck is wet through. And as I said before, the tarpaulin blew off all the furniture. It was been so windy, I thought it was going to get blown away. And so now the garden furniture is soaking wet through. So I'm waiting for somebody to carry it through to the front, and then I can get the council to take it all away. Yeah. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm wearing, it's one of my eBay buys. It came on the card that it had been bought on, and it was from Wallace, and it was priced at £20, but I didn't buy it for £20, obviously, you know me. So I think I paid probably about £3 or £4 for it. So it's a bit clunky. Gigi doesn't like it because it's a bit spiky, but I quite like it. But then I'm weird and wonderful, aren't I? So yeah. So I think I might get on with this crochet because it's orders. Once I get the orders out of the way, I can start deciding what I'm going to make for Christmas for people. And any more orders I might get in between. I usually get a little rush. Yeah, I've got some yarn coming, but no, I'm being good. I'm only ordering what I need for orders, yeah. I've got to make 2 mermaid tails, so I've ordered 2 different colours from Ice Yarns, which I'll show you when they arrive. And I've also ordered 4 balls of different colours of the Riot, because I bought a pattern from Annie's. I can't show it because I haven't printed it off. My printer needs some new ink. It's called the Hidden Falls Shawl, I think it's on Annie's, and it's done in different colours, but it's done in different colours of yarn that has different colours in it, if you know what Riot is like, the Kinko Riot. So I've ordered the 4 colours because my niece actually saw the pattern and she said, oh, I do like that. She said, I think the colours are absolutely gorgeous. So I thought, Christmas. Never know what to do the girls for Christmas. I thought, Christmas, that's one of them. So I ordered the yarn already. But I don't mind ordering yarn if it's not for me, you know, if you know what I'm saying. I just put the brakes on ordering anything just because I like it, or just because I think it's a bargain or what. I've put the brakes on that. I'm just using out of my stash, which was the pale blue was in my stash, and the turquoise, not turquoise, the lilac and the grey that I'm using for the other shawl, that was in my stash. So I'm feeling quite good about it. And also all the colours, you know, for these squares and that there, they were in the stash, so I'm feeling quite good about it. Not using anything, you know, that I've bought, yeah. So anyway, hopefully you might see me again this week in tandem with Sue, and I'll let her tell you all about her granddaughter. All I'll say is she's been born, and I'll let her, I've dropped the cap off the top of the thing now. I'll let her tell you all the details, you know, the weight and her name and everything like that. I'll let her tell you that, because she's the grandma, not me, isn't she? Yeah. So I'm going to go now. I said that before, well, this time I really am going to go. So hopefully I've revived enough to start making videos a bit more regularly. I think I've been doing about 1 a month recently, so I'd like to sort of G it up to, you know, doing 1 a week at least, yeah. So cheers from my Naked Mango machine drink, and I'll see you hopefully very soon and later this week if Sue arrives. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing, it's a very, very ancient cotton waistcoat. As you can see, I made it when it fitted me, but it doesn't matter because it just does edge to edge, doesn't it? So bye for now. Bye everybody.